come to you live from Law Nation Studios with another episode. I know. We've been grinding hard all day on behind the scene actions, but I really appreciate each and every last one of you all who stuck out and waited for this moment. Got a major event tomorrow. I would love to see y'all beautiful faces out there. Yeah. Toyota Music Factory. Between the hours of 2 and 4 if you're in the Dallas area. Just type in Toyota Music Factory. It's in Irving, Texas. It'll get you there. Let's go. They say ain't no party like a cowboy party. Yeah. Let's grind. Let's go. Appreciate you. If your birthday this month, happy birthday to you. Let's stay consistent. Let's be proactive. Assimilation for the nation without hesitations or deviations of the situations, Cowboy Nation. Appreciate each and every last one of you all. Come on. Come on. Stand to your feet. You're listening in to nothing but facts. Let's continue to grind and shine. Shout out to all of the HBOs, the SGs, that's share game. Let's go.
I want me some glory hole.
Come on, Jerry. Yeah. Where my dogs at? Where my real ones at? If you're a real one, let me see real one in the chat. Yeah. Come on. They say, hey, no party like a Law Nation party. Yeah. Come on, let's go. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Turn me up again. Yeah, there we go. Don't be running away from me. Come on, baby. Hey, ho. It's the best in the house. Let's go. Come on. 5, 4, 3, 2. Appreciate y'all, man. Shout out to all of the real ones that's in the house, man. The name is Law Nation. I'm live in the Law Nation studios. We're going to talk about the Dallas Cowboys versus the Atlanta Falcons. We're going to listen into a few radio stations. We're going to listen to your phone calls as well in this episode. I really appreciate each and every last one of you all for tuning in. Yeah, this is a bounce back situation. The Dallas Cowboys versus the Atlanta Falcons. The 4-4 Atlanta Falcons, by the way. Some Atlanta Falcons, if you are in the Dallas area, I've been hearing you guys. They talking. The fans are talking. I was in the Galleria, the mall. Listen, kind of like mid part of the North Texas, over there by the tollway. You guys know what I'm talking about. And I heard some Atlanta Falcons was like, yeah, we're going to beat the Dallas Cowboys down. They speaking glowingly of their team. And that is what a win can do for you, right? That is what a win can do for you. And all I can just sit back and just listen. And I say, yeah, keep that same energy because I know I'm going to keep mine, right? But they coming off of a victory and they gloating a little bit and they thinking that they could do the same thing that the Denver Broncos did, the repeats por favor. I hope my Spanish is a little good right there. But you guys, that's what they trying to do. Repeatance, that's what they want to do. They want to come over here in Dallas land and they want to hit it to us, right? And bring it. We right here and we ain't going anywhere. But I come here to tell each and every last one of you all that this team is built different. There should be no growing concerns, as you guys can read the titling of this episode. A lot of people think that what happened last week can be the similar thing. Now, if what happened last week happened again this week, and I'm not even talking about the win-loss category. I'm talking about the temperaments and the readiness, right? We just talking about the general football part of it. Then I will be one of the first ones to tell you guys, dog, it ain't happening, dog. You know what I'm saying? I'll be the first one to tell each and every last one of you guys, dog, it ain't happening, you know. It ain't happening. I let all the Cowboy fans know. Like, Law said it ain't happening. But this should be a situation that we looking at this game and we leave no meat on the bone, no mercy. This should be a situation and a scenario that we look back on it and say, all right, Cowboys, they fell, and it hurt. Shout out to TJ Lombardi.
This loss does not define us. It will only make us grow. Micah Parsons after the game last week. This team will learn from this and bounce back. DC4L.
Ooh. My AI is right. Shout out to your AI. Woo! Boy, I love it when you guys do it to me like that. Oh, yes, Jay Lombardi. Hey, this game, this loss does not define us, right? Certain situations and pivotal moments, certain situations, there is a situation, that defining moment. Like, what happened to you? Are you able to bounce back? That defining moment. Can you get back to where you started? Are you going to fall down and say, hey, this is where I'm going to be comfortable at? Or are you going to fall and try to land on your back? Because if you can look up, baby, you can get up. Get up. Lace them up and fight them again. But Law, the opposition is too big. There was a movie I saw many of years ago. And there was a certain fighter in this movie. And he's a pretty good actor. I forgot the name of the movie. It's at the tip of my tongue. But the whole notion of the movie, this boxer, you know, I think his father's name was Apollo Creed. I forgot the name of the movie, but it was his son. And I'm not talking about the first edition. I'm talking about the part 2. And he went to go fight this Russian, I believe. And I think he was a Russian. And he got his butt whooped. I'm talking about he had all of the momentum. He thought that he was in shape. He had everything as relates to his mindset. And his trainer and all of the other people were saying, hey, dog, you don't want to fight this man. Oh, you don't want to fight. I think his name was Drago, something. You know, he was a big boy. And they said, hey, you don't want to fight him. He will kill you. He's coming to kill you. Name of the movie was Creed. Appreciate you, Creed 2. And if you guys recall that movie, Adonis Creed, yeah, shout out to Jay Lombardi. I know I got some people, some movie critics over here, baby. Some movie heads, you know. And he got his butt drugged. But one of the defining moments was when he stood up, not to the opposition, but he had to stand up to his lady and said, baby, if I don't do this, I'm nothing. Let me repeat. If I don't go through with this, I'm nothing. He had to go all the way and rearrange some stuff. Had to go all the way to the desert to train, to get his mind to refocus. And I know it's a long-winded conversation for you guys, but y'all ain't doing nothing else but going out to the club and getting ready to set up for your 2-for-1s, right? But I'm sitting here telling you guys that the Dallas Cowboys got to have that mindset that, hey, we got beat down, we got put down, but now it's time for us to realign our priorities, and we are nothing. We are nothing if we can't get beyond this. If we can't get beyond the playoffs, if we can't get beyond winning the playoff game, people got to understand that even Dan Quinn, he got an axe to grind. Mike McCarthy, he got an axe to grind. Johnny Bones axe to grind. Joe Philbin, axe to grind. Those are your verbal leaders. But the physical leaders right now will be Parsons, Cooper, Ezekiel Elijah Elliott, as well as Rain Dakota Prescott. Rain Dakota Prescott is the only quarterback in the National Football League. He's not allowed to make mistakes because he's living off of the past mistakes that the previous quarterbacks had with his team. He's living off the past mistakes that the Jason Garrett's had of this team. He's living off the past mistakes out of the influences that Jerry Wayne Jones himself got. Appreciate those who making the donations there. Shout out to you, J. Rod. He says, I feel like we need a blowout win to get back on track, especially with all of these calf injuries, which are annoying. What do you think, Law, DC for life? A win is a win at this time. And to me, it could be by 1 point, but these guys need to really believe in what the coach is spitting and believe in the program that they are introducing themselves to or playing inside of. All right, let's listen to 1310 The Ticket. They have their philosophy, and we'll listen to their game plan. Shout out to Norm Hiskis and as well as Donnie.
Another big spread in favor of the Cowboys, and after the debacle that happened last week, we'll see if it's just a one-off thing,
right,
or we're starting to have some growing concerns from this Cowboys team. But we do have game plan. And how can the Cowboys defeat the Falcons to get back on track?
Yeah, it is kind of odd that last week Dallas faced a 4-4 team at home and was a 9.5-point favorite. And this week they face a 4-4 team at home and they're a 9.5-point favorite. Mm-hmm. And a little
Vegas
irony there. Let's start with the offense. Donnie, every week.
Before Norm start, not often that you guys get the same test twice. Not often you get the same situation. Both teams were 4-4, and of course Vegas had us at a 9.5-point spread. But not often you get a chance to reconcile what you done did. But I come here to tell you guys before we go into details of listening to those boys over there. And these are not excuses like I lamented before. But there's something to do with continuity and rapport. There's something to do with being on a level head and your mindset together, Cowboy Nation. And what is that, Law? Well, that's practicing. You got to practice to make perfect, right? Perfect practice. You play lights out, and then everything else will work its way out. Dak Prescott was cold as ice, not in a good way. Last game, he didn't throw the ball to those wide receivers in 3 weeks. And I can hear the people saying, well, Law, you're making a boatload or a bevy of excuses. No. Those wide receivers and Dak Prescott overthrowing them by a mile. Not often you see that from Rain Dakota Prescott. If anything, he would check it down and be a Charlie guy. Check down Charlie Dak, right? Until he get his rhythm and everything else. But he pressed and he pressed and he pressed. And Amari Cooper, CeeDee Lamb, none of those boys. And especially with the absence of Blake Jarwin, we didn't get a chance to see anything but Dalton Schultz was the leading wide receiver last game because he was the only one that practiced all last week with Dak Prescott and Malik Turner. And it shows, it exhibit, and it exuded out there on the field.
You recommend running the ball. Use the greatness of your offensive line. Well, without Tyron Smith, with Steele flipped to the left tackle, and with what might be a rusty La'el Collins, who, by the way, Steele didn't have a good game last week, but Collins didn't exactly stand out himself last week. In fact, the entire offensive line didn't exactly stand out last week. But this week, a recommendation to flip the script.
Appreciate your call.
Atlanta is very poor at getting quarterback pressure.
Big fact.
You should be able to throw the ball against Atlanta. With Gallup back to join CeeDee Lamb and Amari Cooper, with your running backs healthy and with your tight end healthy, the lack of a pass rush for Atlanta, only 11 sacks in 8 games, should allow you to think that you can simply protect Dak. Now, it wasn't that Dak was sacked a ton last week.
Right.
It was that he was running around like crazy.
It was
last
pressured
week.
a ton.
Pressure
And
bust pipes, baby.
they're going to I think they're going to challenge that also because I think we've seen we've seen the Cowboys be able to win football games both ways or play well both ways.
Right.
Because when they're playing deep and we're saying they're inviting you to run the football, and with the 2 running backs, they've been pretty successful at that. But when Dak has to go back in the pocket, throw it around, you have the talent on the outside to scorch pretty much any defense that's out there. And I think this is what got him in trouble a little against Denver, because they feel that this offense is so potent that no lead is incapable of coming back from.
Yeah, we're all right. Yeah, don't worry, we're all right.
And I felt the
All right, I'm pausing right quick. I think someone asked if Ezekiel Elliott is healthy. Let me give you guys this rundown right quick. He was on the injury report due to the knee situation, and I can barely see it, so I know you guys can't see it. Wednesday, he was limited. Thursday, he was limited. The good news and the graces of it is that he practiced fully on Friday. So if you need this information, I'm going to copy it, click on it, and then just come back. Just come on back and watch the rest of this episode. But here we go right here. I'm going to paste it right here. Check out that. That is the full injury report of Ezekiel Elliott. So he was full participant in practice on today. And when we look back at this list, you don't see Rayne Dakota Prescott on there at all. So he was a full participant all this week. The only quarterback that was on this list, by the way, was Will Greer, and he practiced. He had a knee situation, and he practiced limited today. So outside of that, everybody else, Cooper, he's still battling that hammy, and without proper rest, it's going to be a nagging situation. Let me see. Let me read this out. C.J. Goodwin, he will be back this week. C.D. Lamb, full across the board. And Tyron Smith, he did not practice at all. He's in the rehab program. And Corey Clement, he did practice fully today. So he's back from his illness there. Outside of that, of course, we know that Randy Gregory, calf strain, he will be out for it the minimum of 3 weeks. I like to add on an extra week and say 4 weeks because they're not going to rush him. He's going to have to get back into football shape there, especially at edge rusher. So it may be 4 weeks for him. By that time, we should at least, Cowboy Nation, get DeMarcus Lawrence back.
same way. It's halftime. It's 16-0. I'm thinking they'll be fine. They just have to get back on track and they'll be okay. Even 19-0.
That was wrong, wasn't it?
Oh, extremely wrong with the way Denver's defense played them last week. So, yes, it's easy to say, and it's simple to say you have to establish the run because this team isn't good against the run, and you have 2 really capable running backs and an offensive line that you feel can win the line of scrimmage. It's easy to say. But you are going to have to mix it up on offense, and I think they will do that to try to keep that defense on its heels because you feel that this offense can do some damage against Atlanta's defense.
Well, the theory almost every week has been run the ball to set up an easier and easier passing game. Well, throwing the ball well sets up an easier and easier running game.
It does, yes, it does.
So those two do flip very nicely with each other. Now, defensively, Cowboys have had some shaky moments the last few weeks. Now, they defended Kirk Cousins well, but New England put 29 up on the board, and at that point, that was the high point total of the year for New England. Mm-hmm. And Denver put their high point total of the season on board last week. So what do you do here? Well, you make sure Atlanta is one-dimensional. They cannot
kind of are
run
anyway.
But you know what?
Make them be themselves.
Right.
Yeah.
But you know what? We could have never pictured Denver trampling the Cowboys.
Sure. Not in the running game like that.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Shoot.
One must make sure this week. Now, the two running backs for Atlanta, poor souls, Patterson and Davis, they just don't get much production. Now, that still doesn't mean you get an easy time of it, because Matty Ice, the quarterback's good, but make sure they don't run the ball well enough so you bite on play action at times.
If early in the game Atlanta is successfully running the football, thank you. I was waiting on you to say.
All right, so those at 1310 the ticket, shout out to Norman Hiskins and Donnie. I think that's his name. Really appreciate everybody for tuning in. So my thing is, and I just wanted to play that little quick excerpt there. My thing is, Cowboy Nation, we shouldn't have to worry about them running the rock. But every now and then, all it takes is wrong alignment and assignment, and then lo and behold, you got somebody gashing you for a big play. And what Ryan likes to do, I ain't going to call him Ryan, Matty Ice or what have you, but his name is just Ryan. You know, Ryan likes to throw the play action. So that's just what he do. Even if they're not running the rock, he goes into this play action situation. And he got a pretty deep ball, by the way. And that's just how that goes with that particular situation. I just look at it like this, Cowboy Nation. We just have to stay locked in and stay focused, stick to our game plan, and let everything roll from there. All right, so I got audio from 1310 the ticket, not 1310 the ticket, 105.3 the fan. Give me 1 second while we upload this one. This is from John Stephen Jones.
Stephen Jones with us on 105.3 The Fan. And a good afternoon, sir. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How you guys doing?
Doing good, thanks. Yeah, we're out here at Fat Daddy's in Mansfield having a heck of a Friday afternoon, and it's great to hear from you. And I got to give you your credit because you called it last week. We were overconfident going in. It didn't sound like you were, but hey, maybe the team was. Was the team overconfident?
You know, it's just hard to judge on something like that. Obviously, we didn't play to our standard, and our guys have played so well all year, and when you turned on the tape and looked at it on Monday, it's just across the board, we just didn't play like we've been playing all year. We didn't execute. We didn't play fast. We didn't play with the right cadence on defense. We weren't flying to the ball and having 4, 5, and 6 tacklers at the ball all the time, and we just didn't execute and didn't make the plays. Now you got to say hats off to the Broncos for doing a great job. They had great game plans on both sides, but we just didn't play the way we need to play if we're going to win football games.
Stephen, and I go out there and watch practice the times we get to do it, and you're out there every single day watching practice. And we've heard about the team not practicing well on some Wednesdays, but kind of hearing, hey, things got off to a better start. When you're watching your football team this week, what are some of the things that you see? I'm not asking you X and O's things, but just a little bit more about the spirit of your team, the fitness of your team, and how they would be ready for this game this week.
Well, that's the biggest thing is you just felt energy out there. I think everybody was aware that everybody can play better and has to play better. And you just felt the energy in the practices this week, that everybody was, had a pep in their step, and they were had the energy they need, I think, to have success. And certainly we got to go out there and execute, know the game plan, and execute the game plan. But it really just felt like everybody knows, hey, we got to get this thing back on track and play with that winning energy we've had and. The football character, you felt it out there, and I do think we had a good week of practice.
Stephen, I know when I was working in the league and stuff and working for you and your father and stuff and the family, I hated playing against guys like Matt Ryan and Tom Brady and Drew Brees and all that. It's just a nightmare to have to deal with these veteran quarterbacks that have been doing this for so long. Do you feel the same way, or is it just like, no, Brian, we play who we play, and that's kind of where we're at?
No, there's no question, Brian. I think you hit it. I mean, playing these guys who know how to play the game at a high level, have played throughout their career at a high level. Matt Ryan's one of those guys. It's an extra challenge, and these guys are gonna are going to play well. You know they're going to know where to go with the ball, and certainly it's an added challenge whenever you go against one of these veteran Hall of Fame type quarterbacks like Matt Ryan. Certainly we've gotten some good input from Dan Quinn, who was the head coach of that team, and so close to winning a world championship there in Atlanta with Matt Ryan. But we'll have our work cut out for us. They've got some extremely
Didn't John Stephen Jones? I ain't trying to be disrespectful or anything, but do you guys think that this guy Matt Ryan is a Hall of Famer type of quarterback? I mean, good grief! I mean, did you guys hear that? Or I'm just hearing things. Oh, I just could be. It's Friday, it's late. Normally I do a show a little earlier. It could be just that, Come on, let me rewind just a little bit.
Ryan, certainly we've gotten, and certainly it's an added challenge whenever you go against one of these veteran Hall of Fame type quarterbacks like Matt Ryan. Certainly we've gotten, some good input from Dan Quinn, who was the head coach of that team, and so close to winning a world championship there in Atlanta with Matt Ryan. But we'll have our work cut out for us. They've got some extremely skilled players in Pitts and some of their offensive guys. So I know we'll have our hands full out there, and their defense is rolling around good. So we've got to get prepared. I think we will, and I think we'll play with energy and hopefully get back on track again.
So we know we're in a different type of league, and somebody said, "Oh no, Law, he do got the numbers." Well, Matthew Stafford, he got numbers. So Matthew Stafford and Matthew Ryan, or Matt Ryan, I ain't gonna call him Matty Ice, got numbers. And they always been in the same era, right? Era as it relates to Ben Roethlisberger. I can say through and through. Ben, he got the hardware, and you know how that goes. And Eli, at the end of the day, he got two of them. So based upon the new philosophy of Hall of Fame, then I guess you guys are all right. I can't. Jim Law says tell Steven to lean forward just a little bit. I mean, his numbers. Okay, so he got numbers. Tony Romo got numbers, but he never been to the Super Bowl, right? So I get that part of it. But that's something that I'm gonna have to take a real good look at.
Stephen, Gavin and I yesterday on the show were talking about some of the injuries that you've sustained, especially with Randy and stuff, and all the things that he's kind of gone through. And we were kind of
William, you're right. William Burney, you're right. He got an MVP, so that could be a qualifier, right? MVP represent at one point of time throughout the NFL, you was the most valuable player in the entire NFL. So you do got a point. Ryan is like Marino, big numbers, no title. And Marino, look, you're right. Y'all making some strong cases here. And maybe I'll do another video to explain, But the strong case would be Marino. Marino made it to a Super Bowl, right? He lost one, right? And never got there again. Matt Ryan made it to the Super Bowl. Never got there again. Matt Ryan, he was one of the quarterbacks to throw for 5,000 yards, right? Well, and Grant says, well, at least Matt Ryan was an MVP, not Romo nor Stafford. Who's the better quarterback, Matt Stafford or Matt Ryan? Let's break that down, too. Jay Cutler got some numbers, right? Carson Palmer. So J Farm D, Matt Ryan, Tony Romo, Carson Palmer, Phillip Rivers, Jay Cutler, all the same type. My dog J Farm is coming up with a strong opinion there. And out of that bunch, who would I take out of all of those guys? Now, I can tell you, if healthy, I could be a little biased. I'm taking Tony Romo if healthy. I've been banging on the table, and I'll tell people all the time, and excuse my Cowboys fandom, I just say that if Tony Romo, listen to me, don't crucify me, Cowboy Nation. If Tony, and this is the operative word if, and if was a fifth, I know. We all will be drunk. But if Tony Romo had either Bill Parcells his entire career, or you do a flipperoo and you take Tony Romo and you send him to the New Orleans Saints, right? And you had Drew Brees over here, then that would have been a whole nother situation. But if you had Tony Romo under Sean Payton, we would have been looking at Tony Romo a whole lot differently. That's just my thoughts. And he would have been in that tier. Because if we break this thing down just about tiers, like based off of tiers, J Form, Jim Law says, so did Cam Newton. Yeah, I see you. What tier is Drew Brees? And list me the tiers of Drew Brees. Is Drew Brees, Aaron Rodgers, Peyton Manning, or J Form D, is Ben Roethlisberger somewhere in this tier right here with Matt Ryan, Tony Romo, Carson Palmer? I love this conversation. This is a good conversation, by the way. Joe Flacco is a Hall of Famer. No. J Form said we can't play ifs. Oh, buddy. I know. Drew Brees, Hall of Fame. Yeah, there's no question that Drew Brees tier 1. Okay, all right. So Drew Brees tier 1. Now, before y'all kill me over here now, before y'all get me, I know y'all finna get me, but could it be that Drew Brees would have been the Drew Brees that he was the Drew Brees in the Chargers if he never got paired up with Sean Payton, and Drew Brees would have just been Drew Brees in that second and third tier? Can we give any credence to Sean Payton, or that was all Drew Brees? And I know his work ethic is second to none. Shout out to Drew Brees. Hard work ethic, efforts. Rodgers, Drew Brees, top 5. Now, but which tier, Carl? Is it tier 1, tier 2, tier 3? Tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. Those are the tiers. Like, we all know, without a shadow of a doubt, Peyton Manning, tier 1, All right, Terrence Short. This is a good conversation, by the way, and it's just derailing the whole conversation of Cowboys versus Atlanta. But, we chilling. We talking football. Romo, Rivers, McNabb, Vic, Cutler. At one point, Vic, before the dog situation, he was unstoppable. He went to Green Bay and handed Green Bay where no one ever did in that cold era, that the L, right? Drew Brees was cold in college, too. He was cold in college. A whole bunch of people were cold in college, Brees, tier 1. All right. Nick Foles. DC said Nick Foles MVP. Yeah. I think that Drew Brees could have did just as well in San Diego. Yeah. I ain't gonna go there. But you're right. Warren Moon was tier 1, Moon tier 2 to me. This Paco, I don't know. I don't know if you gotta put Warren Moon in tier 2s, Tony, if Tony, not a Hall of Famer, Ryan ain't won either, basically. And that's from Mike, you know. Yeah. Jason Garrett. Oh, buddy. Let me ask y'all this honest question. When did, in removing Super Bowls, when did Tom Brady become elite? This is a trick question, by the way. When did he become elite? What year? What year? Was he elite when he won his first 2 or 3 Super Bowls? How you factor that in? See, this thing, man, can go crazy. And we, even if you look and you dissect, if you dissect this thing down to a fraction, even with, hear me out, Russell Wilson, the year he won the Super Bowl, was he elite? Also, when you look at the numbers, Big Benjamin Roethlisberger, Big Ben, when was he elite? Was he elite when he won his Super Bowls? Look it up. Ooh, it go crazy. That say how deep that hole go. It's a deep hole. It is. Tom Brady cheats law. You know, I'm not finna take it there. You know, I'm not finna go there. Oh my goodness, man, this is some good stuff. I'm telling you guys, this is some good stuff. It is absolutely some good stuff when you start to look at it and contextualize everything. It is. Let me get off the subject, man. But quarterbacks and stuff like that, it's a cycling type of moment, right? And you got to be careful and you got to be mindful before you give them the gold jacket, right? Some people want to take, you know, they gave Lamar Jackson his gold jacket. Now some people say, let me take that off of him. Pat Mahomes, they gave him a gold jacket. Now they want to peel it off of him because now they see some of the things that, hey, the NFL is catching up on. Some of the things like, hey, wow, what was that? You know? Brady equals elite. Yeah. Peyton Manning retired equals Brady elite. Context do matter. Oh, my brother Ryan is in the house. Yeah. And Ryan, I know he's the diehard 49ers fan, right? And we can go all the way back to even, you know, Lamar will get his jacket. This is from Ryan. Oh, my goodness, man. Boy, it gets crazy. Ryan, when did Steve Young became elite? Or was he ever really elite? When did he become elite? Huh? He's a diehard 49er fan. And you know, that whole situation, Joe Montana, he was elite, and they got rid of Joe. You know, that whole storyline.
Shuffling it back and forth, it's like, you know, is it too much? Are you now asking too much of this team? Is the depth? And I know you're going to put your head down and keep going and tell everybody to shut the hell up. We just got to keep playing. Is that really like the mindset, though? Are you trying to tell everybody, hey, we just got to keep going here? We got these guys. Let's just keep fighting and see if we can, you know, if we can continue this thing through.
Well, absolutely. I mean, you look around the league, every team's having to fight through adversity and challenges, whether it's injuries or players missing games because of the pandemic, COVID. Everybody has these challenges, and certainly we're no different. You know, obviously we're being hit a little bit there in the.
Somebody said, "Oh man, boy, we got to do a whole conversation just on quarterbacks." Clifton says Steve Young became elite when he beat the San Diego Chargers and that Super Bowl with Natron Means and all of those boys. I feel you, Law Nation. Your brothers. I can't even say my brother's screen name. You know, I don't. I don't even know how to pronounce that, Ryan. You know, I'm just gonna call you Ryan. Yeah, somebody break it down. You know, he tried to tell it to me, but y'all know, man, I got these hooked on phonic eyes, man. We got some donations to talk about. Come on, CB Nation, hit that like button. Shout out to you, Sadiqua. Matt Ryan get a jacket. Pretty much, Matt Ryan will not get a jacket. Just hasn't done enough to earn that jacket, Law. Oh man, rephrase it, Draylon. Are you saying that Matt Ryan will get a jacket, just hasn't done enough to earn that jacket, Law? Because what's going to happen is that these numbers are about to inflate. About twins. What about twins mean? I know you got twins. You got two sets of twins. My brother got two sets of twins, by the way. Father. Okay. See, I'm education for the nation. Father of twins. Okay. Now you got me. Okay. Father of twins. Yeah, Ryan. You don't need to have no more kids because you're going to have another set of twins now. Everyone got a perfect aim over there. Father of twins. Appreciate you, Ryan. See, I learn something every day, and this is my brother. We share the same womb in the same room. Father of twins. Appreciate you, my brother. Is Matt Ryan getting a jacket? They might as well give McNabb and Romo and Rivers one, too. This is from D.C. See, we open up Pandora's box, baby. Oh, man, I can't get off this conversation. Because I do know the reason why I can't get off of it, because every year my guy, Ryan Dakota Prescott, numbers been increasing and been dominating and been neck to neck to a guy that everybody say he's the shoe-in for a Hall of Fame jacket. And that's Russell Wilson. And y'all know I was going to head down that road, right? And I'm sitting here like another part of this believe it for me, but another part of this, you got to have the hardware, though. And here's my angle before y'all pull out those butter knives and try to shank me with it. It hurts. Stop it, y'all. Don't beat me down. The only reason Eli Manning will have a gold jacket one day because he exhibits and exudes the hardware. But I come here to tell you guys that a third of you guys that's watching right now or more wouldn't take Eli Manning over Tony Romo. And I think that even Tony Romo leads the head-to-head matchup against Eli Manning. But Eli got that hardware, baby. Two of them. I can hear the people now say, "Lord, get off of that stool talking about Tony Romo. He's gone, bro. He's done. He's done." But it's a healthy debate, by the way, because one day we're going to see Eli Manning get that gold jacket, right? And then we're going to be yelling and saying, "Hey, what about my hot dog, Tony Romo?" And 5 years go by, 10 years go by, 20 years go by, and we'll be still talking about that. You know, K-Mac says Eli had that defense, though. Yeah. And Eli, what tier was Eli in? He wasn't in that first tier. And do you really put him in that tier that Jay Form just mentioned with Stafford, Romo, Matthew, Ryan, you know, Roethlisberger? I can't get off this subject. Let me
defensive line with Randy and DeMarcus Lawrence being out, but the good news is we're getting Michael Gallup back this week. Good chance Tristan Hill is going to be back in the swing of things. And, you know, as we move forward, we got Gallimore who will be coming back, but I don't think it's asking too much at all. I really think we can, you know, play at a high level on defense, and certainly getting Michael Gallup back is going to be a help for this group. And I think we can go out there and play at a high level and and win this football game if we execute and play the way that we've been playing most of the year.
Steven, I'm going to ask you if you can pull the curtain back a little bit. When you talk to you guys who've been on that staff at Atlanta, they'll not say it probably publicly, but this means something to them, right? I mean, are you getting a vibe that like they kind of got that look in their eye, like, yeah, we need to go get this one? And those, I'm talking about your defensive line coach, Joe Witt, and DQ there.
Oh well, I think that's always there. I mean, I feel it when we play some guys who've left us and gone to play for other teams. It's always difficult because you'd like to keep them all, but you can't with the salary cap. But no, you could see it in Minnesota with Xavier Woods out there. He was,
right.
I think he was playing at a high level, and it meant even one notch more. Not that every game doesn't mean a lot to Xavier Woods, but he's one of the class acts we've had around here. But you could just feel his energy out there, and certainly he was playing great football against us out there. I just think that's natural.
Yeah, he's right. Xavier Woods, when you play against former teams or current former teams, you tend to show up. Draylon says, hey, he will not get a jacket law. Super Bowl, he let Brady come back and win and took off the seat and hunt him forever. Yeah. Okay, so yeah. So what you're saying, appreciate you, Draylon. You said that he will not get the golden jacket because the 28-3 situation, and at the end of the day, he was the quarterback that was under the center, and he would not get that golden jacket. So I feel you on that. And he's talking about Matt Ryan, but here's the thing. In the next 10 to maybe 15 years from now, all of those numbers will be inflated. Why? Because they added one extra game, and I believe in the year 3 to 4 more years, they're going to add another extra game. It's going to be 18 regular season games to make it even, and those numbers that he put up would be, kind of like, okay, now everybody's doing this, the norm, unless they couple all of that, in with the new metric system and everything like that. So we'll find out. Eli, last 2 seasons sucked. This is from Akeem. Appreciate everybody, man, for watching. Let's listen to more of John Stephen Jones.
When you go against your past team, and certainly I know our guys. They're not going to say anything, but it's got to be in their belly.
Stephen Jones with you here on The Fan. Can Terrence Steele get to the point at left tackle that he proved to be at right tackle?
That's just work, and I think he can. I mean, Terrence is a gifted guy. Our coaches are going this route for a reason. I think they'll be better this week than they were last week, and
appreciate you, Jim.
They'll continue to improve. So, yes, the answer is he got to play a lot of left tackle in camp. We didn't overdo Tyron in camp, and he played a lot out there. So, he's just shown, give him the opportunity, and he'll get it figured out, and he'll play at a winning level.
Is there any concern that the calf injury for Dak was part of the struggles from last week and that it could play a factor in this week's game?
No, I think he'd be the first to tell you that. I just think we got to go to work, which they have this week, and execute and get the energy level where it needs to be. And Dak will be at the front of the line with that, getting everybody back on track and headed in the right direction. And he'd be the first to tell you and first tell us if he really thought there was an issue. But as you know, he's certainly not going to talk about the injuries or anything like that playing a role in his play.
Dak Prescott is a warrior, but he didn't practice in 3 weeks, and then the guys that he was throwing the ball, they wasn't fully healthy. Somebody asked earlier, is Cedric Wilson on IR? I don't think he is. He practiced today. He was limited. He's a game day decision, basically. So if I'm a betting man, you look at it and say, well, Gallup practiced all this week. The news that I was able to hear from certain insiders, they said that, hey, he practiced pretty good, and he looked pretty good as well. So hopefully we will see Gallup transition over there on the field, and the speed of the game will be just the way it should be, good. So Jay Lombardi says Cedric will play next week. Shout out to you for that information. Tony Romo should get in just for Jessica Simpson. This is Jim Laws. And then my guy Jay Form, appreciate you, man. Eli also won Man of the Year, which is an AP qualifier. AP voters are also on the Hall of Fame committee. Yeah, I think Eli's going to the Hall of Fame, right? You can't paint how can I say this? You can't paint Tom Brady legacy without it, right? Because you're going to bring up the fact that they were the team that was undefeated that year, right? And there's this one team that everybody had counted out, even the Cowboys that game for some reason. We wanted to parlay in Cowboy land. Come right into the mix and give them that L. Was that the season or was it the 2011 season? Y'all let me know. I forgot which year it was. But regardless, they got 2 Super Bowl rings on good old Tom Brady and company.
Stephen, back in the day, you used to have Steve Hoffman that would bring in Pro Bowl kickers from, like, he'd go down to Walmart and grab, like, a guy work out 10.
Appreciate
one of those
your
guys
root
would become a Pro Bowl kicker. Is it harder nowadays when you do lose a kicker to try and replace that guy, or does these coaches just have such a good understanding of a pipeline of who they want and the type of guy they want? Because these games are so close and so tight, and that could be very well the difference between a win and a loss right there.
Well, I think certainly Steve Hoffman was great at it, and certainly our man, Coach Bones, is really good at it too, knowing special teams personnel around the league. And, I watched our kicker kick out here when he came in for the workouts, and feel confident that he'll go out there and do a great job for us.
Stephen, now as I'm working on my prediction for Sunday here, I might need you to cool me down a little bit because I'm looking at this Falcons team, and I don't know. The running game isn't there. You got Ridley out. The defense is bottom 10. We can feel pretty good about the chances of getting a win now here, can't we?
You know how I feel. They pay their guys too. And certainly they're going to be, in the AT&T Stadium playing the Dallas Cowboys, and they're going to come with their best shot. And if we don't go out there, we proved that last Sunday. If we don't go out there and, play at the highest level, then disappointments are ahead of us. But I think our guys will rebound, and I think you're going to see a great effort, great energy, and I think we'll play much better. But also know we better because the Falcons are going to come in here ready to play the Cowboys.
Stephen, I'd like to maybe apologize for the beer that's going to be thrown on you tomorrow in Baton Rouge. That you probably deserve it. So, wear it with some pride, and and hopefully that team in purple and gold takes care of your bunch. How about that?
Well, I hope the team in purple and gold doesn't. I hope my Razorbacks get the Tigers tomorrow. But I'm a big fan of Ed Orgeron. He's a friend.
Sure.
He was my strength coach in college when I played ball, and think the world of him. And know they've had their share of injuries this year, but I have nothing but the utmost respect. And of course, what an amazing place to play college football. I was just on the phone with my son, and you get fired up when you go into that stadium down there. And Karen and I are looking forward to being there, and you got great fans down there, and we look forward to the game.
They're gonna take that chopper, Jerry Jones chopper, and fly down there. LSU winning. Who y'all got? LSU. Who gonna win tomorrow? Y'all posted now. Y'all posted LSU or the Razorbacks. If you're a Razorback fan, let me know. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. I know somebody's a Razorback fan up in the house, man. I know somebody's down there. Arkansas gonna win. LSU. You state your claim now. State your claim now. State your claim now. Who gonna win? Oh my goodness, man. All right, so a lot of you guys been asking me to really tell teams to lean forward or tell somebody to lean forward, but there's a segment that's on Undisputed Cowboys. They finna talk, so I'm knowing that I can tell somebody to lean forward. Let's listen to these fools over here. All right, so what we going to do now, shout out to everybody that's watching, man. Hey, the Dallas Cowboys versus the Atlanta Falcons became a conversational piece that we liked about these things right here. One being, is Matt Ryan a Hall of Famer? Two being, who's better, 49ers versus the Dallas Cowboys? I can't make this stuff up. It's good so far, man. All right, so let's look into some of the. Let me pull this up right quick, as you guys can see. Shout out to Cowboys Experience. We got an event tomorrow that I would love to see y'all beautiful faces at. Is at the Toyota Music Factory. Be sure to come over and holler at your boy between the hours of 2 and 4, and we have a wonderful treat for you guys out there. But before we talk about Dak Prescott, let's listen to this right quick, Cowboy Nation, because I really want to see y'all out there, man. We grinding over here, baby. We are doing all of the good things that you all need to know. And we gonna run it up, baby.
I just wanna run it up.
Come on.
Can we check or something? I've been really in the field, let up, yeah. I've been really in the field, let her rush, I let her feel. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Don't need no deals, I make the deal. Have to take it to a meal. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Yeah.
Get ready to call in. I want to know your thoughts, Cowboy Nation. Shout out to Cowboys Experience. We got some good guys that are going to be there tomorrow.
Need them ones, I need them fives, need them tens, I need that change to the safe, got blues inside.
657 390-7391. Come on. Hey. Come on. Let's go. It's a party, Cowboy Nation. Yeah.
Still the same, not switching
Come on.
sides, now it's about loyalty. You switch sides off for the bag, and that's worth more to me.
Yeah.
I mix Nike with designer, I experiment.
Experimentations,
what's
baby.
on the shelf, and I'm not feeling it. Search for
Come on.
the one, but baby,
See the hotline for your mind.
Can't trust a soul, I keep a hammer, call it
Too legit.
I've been really in the field, let her rush, I let her feel.
Come on.
Lately, I just wanna run it up.
657
Don't need no deals, I make the deal.
390-7391. Let's go. Hey. Ho.
Kinda check a song. Lately, I just wanna run it up.
That's the hotline for your mind.
Lately, I just wanna run it up.
Come on.
Yeah.
Watch it.
Call my phone, hit my line.
Hit my line. 657-390-7391.
Call my phone, hit my line.
I'm gonna put it in the chat right quick.
Keep it super thorough my way on this
Keep it
side.
simple, baby.
Super thorough my way on this side. Mobbing with my brothers, there's no question, keep it real. Whether we East coastin' or we in the hidden hills. In the poppin' straps of blue faces, not the pills. Heard you callin' bluffs, I show and prove it, it's for real. Son of God, not a son of Sam. Keep it off the books and keep it coming in. Bitch, the old whip, see what I'm coming in. The inside caramel just like 100 grand. Call my phone, hit my line. Only ones
Y'all
who
watch
down
it.
for it,
Appreciate
down.
everybody for tuning in. All right, we got the 972. You're live.
Hey.
What's
how you
going
guys
on?
doing?
Hey, everything all is well. What you got for this episode?
Hey, so yeah, I want to just talk about briefly the last game.
Okay.
I don't think people really understand the value of Tyron Smith. I've got a lot of messages about how, we need to cut him. He's always injured, but Dak was running for his life the last game, and our O-line just needed him. And then, honestly, look, I love Lyle, but Steele did his thing. Mm-hmm. And to move him and make those changes at the last minute really, really, really hurt our O-line. And so that's all I want to say about the Denver Broncos game. But moving forward, the Falcons, they're about to die. They're going to get shot out the sky. But we out for blood, because one thing is about our team, we don't like to lose, and we don't like the media see us lose. So we're going to win this, not just because of Dan Quinn, but our team has a whole different energy about them, and I just love it. I love the fight Micah, Trayvon, Osa. Mm-hmm. All of those guys are really, really stepping up for us. When we used to depend on the veterans, we don't have to do that now. And I just absolutely love it. I'm not sure how much time I have left, but I just wanted to say that. I wanted to put that out in the atmosphere. And forget the spokespersons on television. Right. I really feel like if there was a lane for you, Nation, for other guys out there who are doing this on YouTube to be out there publicly, y'all give the real. The only time I listen about the NFL draft is when you do it, because you do it so real, and I love it. I love knowing about players. I don't watch college football, but I learn about it through you. And this is not just a learning experience for me when I watch you every day, but you know, just hearing you and everybody else who tunes in and has their comments, I actually love it. I wanted to say that first, you know, not first foremost, but at the end of it, in the end of the day. Now, the key to beating the Falcons is keep Matt Ryan on the bench and give him pressure, because he can't handle it, and we already know it.
Facts. I appreciate you for calling in, and I thank you for your words of adulations and praises there. That goes a long way, not a short way. And normally when I do these shows, the first caller just get full time, you know. So you had enough time to spit your mind on everything. What is your name, by the way?
My name is Jametta, and I would just like to say personally, I do know Dak Prescott, his brother Tad, and they hear your thoughts, they know your thoughts, and they are appreciative of your show.
Appreciate you so much. Thank you for calling in. I have no rebuttal. Appreciate you for calling in.
All right, y'all take care.
Go Cowboys. That's a good call. Straight to the point. I mean, gave all type of love and adulation. Shout out to Tad Prescott and Dak Prescott. We are working on a partnership / sponsorship with Dak Prescott and company at the Walk-Ons. Shout out to Boss Cowboy, the OC. We do live events there, and we trying to grow that restaurant, whereas Dak Prescott have a lot of majority ownership in that particular restaurant, and I really appreciate them, and I thank them for watching the show and giving out praises. It's not a situation whereas you type into the Google and you look up Cowboys content and you will either see my face, name, or logo, and that goes a long way. But neither here nor there. I really appreciate her for calling in. Great energy, man, about the team. And we got somebody that brings the same energy, you know, on a different level as well. We got Lady Jessica, you live.
Hello.
Hey, what's going on?
Not much. What's up with all of these lame comments in this chat? These people actually think all Cowboys going to come out here and play like they did the last game. Okay, one, Dak was just not getting started refresh. He did sit out a whole game for you idiots. And you honestly think these people going to come out there and play like they did last week? Are you out your freaking mind? You people call yourself fans. No, y'all not. Y'all ain't fans when they're winning. If you ain't true, win, lose, or tie, that's my team. Been my team since I was 5 years old. Since I was jumping up and down with the little Dallas Cowboys football that my daddy bought me when I was a little bitty girl. My daddy is dead and gone, and he was a diehard Cowboy fan. So I'm a Cowboy fan just like my daddy. A preacher's kid. So to all of you people in this chat still talking about the loss, y'all are lame. This here is week 10 now? Can you say move forward? Can you say Let's go, Cowboys.
Let's go,
Can
Cowboys.
You say they're going to dominate the Falcons?
Yeah.
Can you say the Falcons' dirty birds are going down? We're going to have fried birds, okay?
Yeah. Lady Jessica, I love it. You shooting them down them birds, and you bringing all type of energy. I have no rebuttal. Appreciate you for showing your love and adulations. Thank you so much, Lady Jessica. It's a good call from her, man. Good call from her. Good call. I mean, she shoots it straight from the hip. And I'm gonna tell you guys, man, when I tell you guys this, she don't like this team at all. There's no way she liked this team. She absolutely loved this team. LOVE. Yeah, she loved this team. And she's ready. I can't wait to see how this is going to go through, especially this Sunday when we have the call-in show. All right, my God, what's good? Tariq?
Yeah, what's going on, Law, man? What's good, Cowboy Nation? I like to say this, man. I'm all down for what Ms. Jesse saying as far as this PVO thing. I get that. Mm-hmm. I'm with that all day. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm the same way. I don't like the Cowboys. I love the Cowboys.
I already know where you're going to go. I know where you're going to go. Go with it. Go ahead and shoot it out.
but I'm also going to say the real when they out here messing up. Okay. My whole thing is like this. Let's not call the fans names. People do stuff up for emotion. But my whole thing is like this, man. Kellen Moore, he knew that he had he put a guy from right tackle to left tackle. Mm-hmm. Come on now, that lets you know you have to adjust.
Right.
This dude got to get used to this position. So what do? You got to throw. You got playmakers. You got to get the ball into your playmakers' hands. The offense was bland last game. It looked like a Jason Garrett offense. Like we just gonna line up and we're gonna run them over. Nah, we can't play like that. We've been playing real finesse football against a lot of these teams. We finesse and power. So what I'm saying is this. Yo, you got to get the ball in people like CeeDee Lamb's hands. I don't care if you hand the ball off to him. I don't care if you throw this dude a screen. I don't care if you do an end around. You got to get the ball in his hands. That was one of the biggest problems last week, and Tony Pollard too. You gotta throw the ball to do the same thing with him. They playmakers. So you gotta get them the ball when everything else is failing. You see what Atlanta's doing with a person like Patterson. They hand him the ball. They're throwing the ball out the backfield. You telling me Kellen Moore didn't have that in his bag to line CD out and make him go run up the flat from out the backfield? Come on, man. We gotta call a spade a spade. You gotta get the ball out
So let me ask you this, and I love the objective thoughts here. And shout out to you, Patrick, for sending me the Cash App. I really appreciate you, Patrick. Just send the Cash App, Cowboy Nation, to help grow everything. What should the Cowboys do? If they should defer or should they, keep the ball? What should they do? Opening series.
Honestly, if it's on them.
You're the coach right now. No, you keep the ball. Okay, so I'm rolling with you. I'm thinking with you. I'm thinking along the lines with you. You the coordinator. You the offensive coordinator at this point. You got Dak Prescott. You got Ezekiel Elliott and Tony Pollard. You got all of your weapons here. Minus Blake Jarwin. He's the only guy that's not going to be back out there. And you got a misfit with your offensive line. We got to see whether or not these boys are going to eat. And you got Grady Jarrett. I think he's playing. So what would be your first set of plays, Tyreek? Run it.
Personally, get the ball in my playmaker's hand. My whole thing is like this. Sometimes we know Ezekiel Elliott, he gets better throughout the game. A person like Pollard, sometimes you might have to throw Pollard out there fast.
No. You said get the ball to your playmaker's hand. Who is your ultimate playmaker? You just said CeeDee Lamb.
Oh, the game changer is CeeDee Lamb.
So your first series is going to be focused. You're going to build a series against getting the ball to CeeDee Lamb, right? So what's your first play?
You get the ball.
So you saying first shotgun, play, right?
Either they bat in the run, in the round.
So
a sweep, something.
Sweep, end around. A reverse sweep. That's your first play.
That's my first play. You know what I mean? Even if I fake it to him and hand the ball off to somebody else, that's one of my plays because my whole thing is like this. We waited too long to try to get this dude the ball. That's why him and Dak wasn't on the same page, man. That's why he's out there dropping the ball, all that stuff. That's just my opinion. You know what I mean? That's it for me. I just believe you get the ball in this man's hands, he makes things happen one way or another. We got to roll because our defense is beat up.
You know, when I say all of that, it's not as easy as it sounds, huh? You know.
That's true.
What personnel you gonna line up? Whether it's 12 or 11, or whether you gonna go ace formation, and pretty much go empty. You want to get all of your guys. Sometimes you can have too many weapons, right? And I'm not saying that in a crass way. And it's hard to really game plan around that. And the Cowboys, when they face against the Atlanta Falcons, they got to take away what the Atlanta Falcons do best. And this is chess, not checkers. So your first series, it may be a situation where you may go 3 and out because they matched up well with what you try to do. And if Dak Prescott didn't get that rapport with CeeDee Lamb, you know, I'm talking about in preference to the last game because he rolled his ankle, right? He didn't get that rapport. His hots, his reads were gone. Amari Cooper, he had bad hamstrings, so he didn't practice all that week. And all I'm saying now, it sounds like a bevy of excuses, right? Right or wrong?
Uh-huh.
It sounds like excuses.
Okay.
Because your running back who averaged 5.1 yards, every time he got going, he had a knee situation. So you had to manage that. And then when you put Tony Pollard in, he wasn't getting 5.1 yards per rush. So those are things that Kellen Moore had to build while he was in the air, building the plane while he was in the air. And, excuse me, it could be a situation that Kellen Moore leaned on Joe Philbin and said, okay, this is the front five that you said that you trust. Why I can't keep Tyron Steele at right tackle? So he have to also be the guy that can work well with the offensive line and be that person to say, hey, I trust your judgment. There's a lot of things going on when you're an offensive coordinator, when you're not the head coach. That's a lot of things, a lot of moving parts, fam. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
I can dig it. But one thing I got to say before I get off here.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you know that this dude, if your left tackle is suffering, don't you put help over there? Don't you throw little hitches, little screens out there to that side to where it's like the ball is out of Dak's hand?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you slide protect.
On to the ball.
Yeah, you slide protect. Normally, now his game plan would have been this, and this before I let you go. He probably said, you know what, we will keep Ezekiel Elliott in to slide protect to that left side, right? If something happened. Oh, Blake Jarwin would normally alleviate that by vertically stretching the field because even if you have a tight end that can inline block, and I'm not saying that Jarwin is a hell of a blocker, but what he do is he make the defense play honest. There was man-to-man up on the outside. I wish, you lined that up 3 weeks ago when you had a healthy Jarwin and a healthy Schultz. You do 12 personnel. It makes them get out of that look, that man-to-man look, especially man-to-man up on the outside. But by you having a Jarwin out, and on top of that, by you playing the musical chairs with your offensive line, it creates so much nuances that on top of that, you had a quarterback didn't play in 3 weeks, and both of your primary wide receivers banged up. And, oh, by the way, I sound like a bevy of excuses, but Ezekiel Elliott got a banged knee. So now you can't even have Ezekiel Elliott in there, and that's what you get. You get this game. You look up, it's 30-0.
yeah, that's cool.
That is how it
looks. Is like this. I'm happy that we get Gallup back. Hopefully he makes a big difference to the offense this week. And hey, man, let's go beat these Falcons, man.
Let's go beat them. But it's still a situation where we got to play the game. I feel you got to. That was as objective as I could be, right? And I'm not hating.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying, Tyreek? It may sound like I'm a fan guy, but shout out to the Broncos. They had to do their job, and they did one hell of a job. They did a great job of playing,
Yeah, they whooped our butts. Hey, we still get. But what we gonna do? What we gonna do this week? We gonna man up. So we gonna shut up. It's gonna be water than soup, man. I'd rather man up. Let's go, man.
No doubt, Tyreek, man. I appreciate you, bro.
All right. Now y'all take it easy.
Good call from Tyreek, and I get his side of thinking. Right. It's hey, we can talk about what we're gonna do, but the facts are this is what happened. And I'm not saying that the Cowboys should have won that game with a gimpy, limpy Ezekiel Elliott and a rolled ankle, CeeDee Lamb and a bad hamstring, Amari Cooper. These are not excuses. These are just the facts. But I get it. They had to show up. They are millionaires. They get paid a check just like the opposing team. And the opposing team said, yeah, shoot, we're going to relish at that. We're going to beat them down. But that's just how it goes. From the 469, you're live.
What's going on, Law?
Nothing to it, man. Talk to me.
All I wanna say is Dallas better be careful.
Facts.
Better be careful. Because Matt Ryan is not sorry, Law. He's not sorry. I was listening to you earlier. Remember that one season when they still had Mike Smith and they went all the way to the NFC Championship and barely lost to the 49ers? We're actually beating the 49ers, and the 49ers came back barely with Cap.
Right.
So Matt Ryan's not sorry. And our defense isn't great either. Our defense is towards the bottom half of the league. That's what Shannon be talking about when he's saying our defense really isn't good. We're just getting turnovers. And we're not getting turnovers. Our defense is really atrocious when you look at the numbers. So we better be careful this game. That's all I'm going to say. We better be careful. We could mess around and end up losing again to a team that we should beat. We think we are better than, but we can mess around and end up losing. Now, he looked good last game to me, in my opinion. He just wasn't hitting the throws. All the throws were basically the right ideas.
And he was running for his life. He was running for his life.
He was running for his life, and he was rusty. That was just rust. He was shaking off the rust. And I think he'll be back to what we are used to seeing him play at, the type of level we're used to seeing him play at.
Well, let me ask you this. We'll ask you this. So you came on and you said, hey, Matt Ryan is not sorry. I get it. So if you Dan Quinn, you have to formulate a plan to take away their number one guy, and their number one guy is Matthew Ryan, right? So you're gonna have to come up with a scheme or a plan to say, okay, that is their number one guy. We're gonna isolate him, do what makes him tick on a bad situation, put pressure on him, find ways to knock him off his marker. Oh, on top of that, if it's pressure from the interior, we can do that. But the pressure on the outside, we down, right? So those are things that we're gonna have to worry about. Go ahead.
Like we're truly gonna have to empty out the depth chart, because what we don't want is for this game to turn into a track meet, which it could. This game could turn into a track meet because I'm telling you, our defense is towards the bottom half of the league. So now our defense is toward the bottom half of the league.
So is the Atlanta Falcons. Their defense is toward the bottom half of the league. They are ranked 28th in defense, right? Right. It could be a track meet, but I'm quite sure the Atlanta Falcons, that's what they should not try to say. Okay, we're going to just go toe-to-toe with the Cowboys. The reason why the Broncos
have a possession or two.
Right. What I'm saying is the reason why the Broncos won ultimately because they played keep away. The Cowboys only had the ball for 18 minutes. The entire game.
Bridgewater was moving the ball,
right.
Not just necessarily keeping the ball away in terms of running the ball. They did run the ball very well, don't get me wrong. But Teddy Bridgewater, man, he was sitting in there comfortable in the pocket making some throws. And I'm just sitting here thinking, well, what if that's Matt Ryan?
Well, the only reason why Teddy was able to do that is because they had established something else too. You know what that was?
You're right. They did.
They established the run.
They got the run game going. Like I said, the run game looked good. But at the same time, when it's time to really come after the quarterback and pass rush, he was just sitting there in the pocket. Just when it was really third and long is really what I'm saying. When it's really third and long, we know it's a pass. We know we get off the field here. We got a chance to still win the game. He's sitting in there really comfortable making reads and making throws. And I'm saying now we got Matt Ryan now, a quarterback that most people would take over Teddy Bridgewater, might end up turning into a track meet. And then you get a possession or two to where, hey, now they got momentum established in our stadium. They stop us on a possession or two. Now they got the ball to potentially win the game.
Yeah, you're right on that. Now that's all of the other teams as well. But I appreciate you for calling in. Good objective analysis there, though, by the way, 469. Appreciate you. Good call from there, man. Good call, baby. Y'all got some good calls, baby. We got Mr. Passion in on the line. You're live.
What up, Law?
Nothing to it. Talk to me.
This is your boy, Mr. Passion.
Yeah. Talk to me, man. Talk to me.
Hey, I got to call in. Hey, I have some thoughts.
What's that?
Now, I got some things to say.
Okay.
Okay. I've been looking at people on Twitter tripping about this loss against the Broncos, man.
Yeah.
Yup. Need I remind you? Okay. Facts. Like you say, facts. Okay.
Right.
That been gone for what? 2 weeks? 3 weeks?
3, yeah.
Yeah. All right. So, and they switched the rotation of the offensive line.
Right.
Still on his first week on the left side. Lyle back on the right. Been gone for 5 weeks. Top of that, first game back, gonna be a little bit rusty. And it takes time to get things going and get together and get the cohesive, that you're supposed to have.
Right.
And if anything, on top of that, okay, you also got to remember there was key shots that Dak threw that they missed out on sure touchdowns by drops.
Right.
Things like that. And on top of that, you had Randy Gregory, who kind of hurt himself in that game, too, on top of that, too. So, people need to start, when they start spewing stupid stuff, they need to start thinking about before they say something and have more faith in your team and realize this is a young team and that they're learning still on the job, and realize that even though you're facing the Atlanta Falcons this week, and you're going to be missing Randy Gregory and things like that this team still has talent. It still has my dog, my man, my favorite player of all time, Mr. Parsons.
No doubt. Appreciate you so much, man. Thank you so much, man, for all that you do for Cowboys Nation. I really appreciate you, Mr. Passion, man. And
I love you, man. You know that. And all I got to say is, hey, let's go, Cowboys!
Yeah, man, that's my dog right there, man. Down, boy, down, boy. Woo, that dog come out of nowhere, man. Hey, we got Reggie, man. You live from the 470.
What's up, man? I'm out of Atlanta, man. What's up, Law? How you doing?
Man, I'm doing great, man. Talk to me.
Man, I've been a Cowboy fan my whole life. Just had to deal with them Atlanta folks.
Oh, yeah, they talk a lot of noise too, man.
Yeah, they do. But all those facts you said earlier about the game, but I got to look at it like this. They came out, they put their pants on like everybody else, and they thought they could just walk through this team, but they got hit, then they got hit again, then they got hit again, then they got embarrassed when the fans walked out. That just do something to you mentally, like you're on a playground. You got to, you was a bully for a long time. Then you got to come back the next game, and they going to act the fool the next game with more energy and more flying around the ball because they got embarrassed. Just think about when your fans leave in the middle of the game.
Yeah.
That just do something to their psychic, man. I think they're going to come back this week. They going to put something on the Falcons, man. They ain't did a long time with a team before, man. I don't really think it's going to be close because they ready to prove a point to a lot of people.
Facts.
That's the way I feel. I think they want to prove a point, and they mad, too.
They are.
They just took that game lightly. They got a little cocky. We come out here limp and hurt. We can still win this game. Denver just 4-4. But they realized they kept getting hit, man. They didn't know what to do. They had to get refocused. So I think this week they're going to come back with some vengeance, man. I just really believe that.
Yeah, and they should be ready to eat. Real talk. Appreciate
I think they're going to eat hard, man. I think it just, when you get hit like that and the fans leave, man, you've been winning and the fans just decide to leave the game because it's a blowout.
Yeah.
And not even watching.
And it was the cheering. It was the cheering. Yeah.
Yeah, and you heard the players out the interview, they all mad, you know what I'm saying? They just did something to them, you know what I'm saying? And the fans left like that, man.
No doubt, man. But appreciate you so much, man, for calling in and leaving us with your thoughts, man. Shout out to you. It's a good call from him. All right, we got the 601. I think this is Ryan. What's on your mind?
Man, what it do, big bro? The one who we shared the same womb and room with.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah. And it don't be coming over here, man, talking about bang bang and all that stuff.
Nah, I ain't, I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm gonna give you my objective trip on your Cowboys versus these dead nasty Russian birds y'all got. You know what I'm saying? I know y'all got a burn boy to come into the Dallas Stadium this weekend, and I see how some of the fans and how the players reacted this week, you know, because of the loss. It was a little, you know what I'm saying, a little lopsided or whatnot. My only thing is for the Cowboys, you know, as I observe, is this: they just need to play their game. I mean, people saying they was upset because the fans left and they lost and it was a blowout. Don't try to do nothing extra. Do what you've been doing all year. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because, you know, you got a young team and they you know, they feelings hurt. You know what I'm saying? They took the nuts in for a little bit, but it's okay. Just do what you've been doing.
Facts.
Because you don't want to overly do it, because that's when you got penalties. That's when you can have, you know, a momentum change because of little dumb stuff and people trying to overcompensate. You know, and you're trying to do something extra to make sure that, hey, we are who we, you know, have been throughout the whole year. And so I think it's very important that the leaders on offense and defense tell the boys, like, hey, relax. That was just you know, we had an F-up game, but let's get our minds together and let's play Cowboy football. What you think about that?
You right on the page, man, right on the money, man, with everything, with your assessment of the Dallas Cowboys. And play the game of making sure that you're doing what you do best. And that's the old mantra of the previous head coach, but I believe that some of those sentiments still rest strong with the Cowboys. Just got to do what they do best and just play smart. But you're right on the money, Ryan. And can I hear Go Cowboys?
Bang, bang, not a game. You already know it is. And we're going to get on here and tell your people, we're going to set a date, and we'll get on here, and we're going to have a blue versus red day. You know what I'm saying? We'll get that joker hot and spicy. Blue versus red, you know what I'm saying?
Well. Look. I'm going to have to post this again. 49ers, Cowboys rivalry, 19-17 Cowboys all day. You know what I'm saying? You was talking all of that. You were talking, no. You were talking all of those opinions, emotions, and I just hit you with the facts.
Hey, bro. How many victories y'all say y'all got more than us?
19 versus 17. And I think
that's two, right? That's two, right?
Right. And a tie.
Hey, 2 Super Bowl appearances since the last time y'all jokers been here in 25 years. You keep on talking.
What you talking about? But you been there and you lost. So we said, hey, we don't want to get there to lose.
hey, bro. Hey, we both.
No, you got there to lose. Hey, you got you got there to lose.
What we getting there?
Yeah, what you getting there?
Hey, we not gonna god dog. We in third base. We coming. You know what I'm saying? You ain't even get into the room.
No, what kind of who brags on losing?
We don't brag.
You get that to lose. You got that to lose. We gonna get there. We gonna win it. We said it make no sense for us to get there and not win. Hey, it make no sense to get there and not win. You got that to lose.
Hey, at least I can come on and say, hey, smell my finger. You can't.
Get out of here, man. Get out of here, you nutty boy. Get out of here, man. I'm going to let Poindexter bring some facts in here, man. Poindexter, you're live.
Hey, Craig, you ain't got nothing that go together.
Right.
You got peanut butter, no jelly. You got Kool-Aid, no sugar. You got Lyle, no D-Lord. You got Gallup, no Gregory. Hey, man, injuries are part of the game. I know I'm a little bit foolish, man, with that crazy stuff. But I heard that interview, man, and your strong pimp hand, it ought to be hurting right about now, man. You just slapping that dude around like he was short on his money, you know what I mean?
Right.
But, hey, man, positive energy from all the callers, and How do you see this game, man? A lot of callers came in, and they was right. These boys was embarrassed, man. They was embarrassed. People was walking out. You know, that's the big embarrassment. You embarrassed that, then the people walking out on you.
Right,
but
right.
check this out, man. We seen this team all year. We know they're good, and we know they can be dominant. We have a leader. Dak will be on. He is that dude. And if he comes out focused and the team follows him just like they've been doing the whole year, they won't have no problem with Atlanta, man.
Yeah.
They just get out there, do the thing that they do. You know, don't, what they say, don't listen to the noise, man.
Yeah,
Just
turn that
get
noise
out there,
down.
play your ball, play the game like you know to play it. You want me to go to my house and get some sugar?
Go get some sugar and sprinkle it all over. Hey, Poindexter, you don't put sugar in your grits, though, do you? You don't put sugar in your grits, though, do you?
Oh, no, man.
Yeah, yeah. We don't put no sugar in our grits, man. Huh?
Yeah, man. Just give me a little butter in them grits, man, and I'm good. I'm good. You know, little salt with that butter, you know, and I'm good.
Yeah. Salt and pepper that thing, man. Don't put no sugar in your grits, man.
No sugar in the grits, man. But have a great show, man. Go Cowboys. We are them boys. How about them Cowboys?
Yeah, that's my guy, Poindexter, man. Oh, man, he's a Mississippian like me, man. We don't put no sugar in your grits, though. Yeah, Dorian, appreciate you, man. I put this loss on Mike McCarthy specifically. No. That's been the worry all season. But if I was to say that the Cowboys will be 6-2, 8 games in, I think that a lot of people would take that, though. You know, a lot of people would take 6-2. Let's go, Cowboy Nation. Let's go. I got Stelios in the house. Is it Stelios?
Hey, that's who's in the house.
What's good? What's good with you?
Man, you need to put my number down when you see me, man. What's going on with that, man? You just gonna blow me off?
Oh no, man! No, I got you right here.
No.
You painted me in the corner, man. Don't shake me. No. It got your whole government name up there, you know. And
well, that's my government name.
It don't have Dave. It have David, and then it have Alexander. You know.
That's
the great.
It's the same cat. It's the same cat.
Right.
I don't even want to talk about the Cowboys and Broncos. You know, I'm just like Marvin in Pulp Fiction. I don't have an opinion. You know, I'm not even gonna say nothing. But I will revert to Shaft and Matt Ryan. When you see that defense coming, run for your life. You know, you shut them down. You know, first couple of plays. You know, the first series, at least one deep pass. Try to see if you can soften them up a little bit. You know, at least it's got to be a fake reverse pass with again out to CeeDee Lamb or to Noah Brown. And try that. Right. But you can probably test the waters right off the bat running. You know, try to see if you can penetrate that B gap, that A gap, C gap. See if you can try to penetrate that. But you got to push that defense back. You got to push that defense back. The defense, on the defensive side, you need to get up under that center and push him right back up into Matt Ryan. He'll get out that pocket quick.
Oh yeah, he will
get out that. You got to have him running for his mortal life. Like his life depends on it. He got to get out that stadium.
Right. You're right.
Point blank, period. But that's all I got to say. And and it was the name you was looking for was Peter Schrager. Tell him to lean forward.
Oh, lean forward. Let me do it while you're on the line. Tell him to lean forward right there.
Peter Schrager, lean forward.
Right there. Uncle Dave, appreciate you so much, man.
Yeah, all right.
Oh my goodness, man. Oh, he's still crying the Godzilla tears, man. Oh my goodness. Ryan, the father of twins, says Law, little big brother in the house, man. Love coming to kick it with y'all Cowboys fans. Thanks for showing all of the love to my bro. He's always been a CB Cowboy fan. Yeah, always, man. I know. He's seen real tears come out of my eyes when we lose, you know. And when that damn Tony Romo, he fumbled that ball, and he tried to pick it up. And he tried to run. I was like, ah! Boy, I was locked in the room for many of days, you know. I was really mad at that one. I was a grown man when that happened. The other loss that really threw me for an L was that 49ers loss, you know. I think I didn't talk to nobody for months, man. That really, you know, being transparent with you guys, I really was shut out for a long time. The playoff game, I'm going to tell you guys, the playoff game, was it Jake Plummer? They call him, did they call him Jake the Snake? That playoff game really sent me through the roof. That game, I can tell you guys, I literally lost my marbles. Oh, my goodness. That game and the home. What's his name? Was it Jake the Holmes? Whatever his name was for the Panthers. Oh, my goodness. That game sent me through the roof. Oh, my goodness. I can recall like every inch of that game. And that was a game that I was Carolinas, yeah. And then it was a situation that literally every team that knocked us out of the playoff, they went all the way to the Super Bowl. They used that momentum all the way to the Super Bowl. No, that wasn't 2014, but this way back in the days, you know. Literally, team that knocked us out go to Super Bowl, you know. But the 2006, that was a horrible moment for us as well, Cowboy Nation. But it is what it is. I got the 702. You're live.
I think this is a great case where the coaches need to humble themselves too and put their players in the position to win.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You're right. You got to put the players in a position to win. You do. What else you have for this episode, Dorian? Is this Dorian? Hello? All right. Appreciate you for calling in, man. And I appreciate you, man. You give a lot of donations and you help out for this channel altogether, man. I really appreciate you. Shout out to Mario, Chris, as well as Doug and Larry on the Facebook. I really appreciate you guys. All right. I have DH from Vegas.
What's up, Law? How's it going, my friend?
Man, doing well, man. Talk to me, man.
Hey, yo, yeah, man, we gonna win this week, man. I think people just need to. I'm gonna do my best Aaron Rodgers impersonation. So I'm gonna say CHILL. Chill. Come on.
Yeah.
This ain't Madden.
Yeah.
This is not John Madden where you're gonna go 16, 17, and 0.
Mm-hmm.
And like what you said before, you know, everybody should be happy. We're 6-2. We're in a good position to win the NFC East. Now the rest of the way, we just need to stack wins together.
Right.
Try to get the best possible seed that we can get, and then try to keep our core players healthy. Once we get to the dance, hey, we have just as much of a chance to get to the Super Bowl as any other team in the NFC. So I just think we got to take it week to week, and we'll be fine. So I just think people just need to chill. And I get it. We got some Cowboy fans that want to jump off the bridge, but you can't do that. You know what I'm saying? You just got to chill. You can enjoy this ride. Jason Garrett's not here. I believe in Mike McCarthy and stuff like that, what he's doing. As you can see, the defense, you know, we need the defense to do their jobs like the offense. Sometimes it doesn't happen in certain games. But, hey, you know, that's why we got another game this week. We'll beat the Falcons. I don't like predicting scores, but we're going to beat the Falcons, and we're going to be fine. We're going to be fine.
Oh, yeah. I'm doing no score prediction this week. Yeah. No score prediction this week.
Yeah, I'm not predicting scores because I look at it like this, like, you know, every game is different. And my thing, hey, as long as we win by 1, hey, I'm great. Win by 20, hey, I'm great. But I feel like this right here, you know, we're going to be fine. So I just think people just need to chill.
No doubt, man.
So, hey, Law, one thing I want to ask you this right here. So, because I had mentioned it before in a prior call with you, and I asked you as far as how teams would beat Dallas. And I asked you, I said, you think teams are going to load the box and force Dak to pass. Do you think that's going to happen after what you saw against the Broncos? Because I think that's what teams are going to do.
Well,
because as I said before, you have to run the football and you have to stop the run.
Well, that recipe, man, been disaster to most teams when you load the box as isolation one-on-one to the outside, and Dak Prescott been able to carve them up for finding the mismatch, especially if you're in a 12 personnel suit. But we need to figure out what this second tight end can do in that type of look. But what teams been successful on, believe it or not, when they don't blitz Dak Prescott, that keeps him at his QBR. I think there's a weird stat out there, like 27, 28 rank, which is really, 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 really bad, you know. But when they blitz, he's like elite Dak. You know, he can find the opening receiver, and that's a weird situation. Normally, coaches be like, hey, you blitz him, you get bad quarterback rating. But it's the inverse. So somebody used this before. They said, well, the Denver Broncos, let's just be real before I let you go, DH. Not often you have a Patrick Surtain, a Fuller, Kareem Jackson, Justin Simmons in your backfield. You just don't get those type of weaponries as it relates to DBs. Not every team got that personnel. So by them not being able to blitz and still move Dak Prescott the way, there's two ways we can look at it. Either the wide receiver was just so hobbled that they couldn't get open, Dak Prescott rusty, or those are just a hell of a defensive back secondary. You know what I'm saying? So we'll find out down the line. Yeah, we'll find out down the line.
I didn't see that. Yeah, because I didn't see that because I saw wide receivers dropping the ball. So if these guys were hobbling and still getting wide open, what did I say right there? And then two, Atlanta's secondary is not like the Broncos, so I think you just pick your poison. But before I go, hit that Sparta, man. I think you got to get the fans hyped up.
Oh yeah, I got you right there.
This is Sparta.
What'd you say?
That's it. We gonna win this week. We gonna win.
That's what I love. Yeah.
Keep up the good work, Law.
Appreciate you, man.
Cowboys, come on, y'all. Get hyped, y'all.
Yeah.
Get hyped. We gonna be all right. Let's go.
Let's go, man. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, DH from Vegas. From Vegas, I always like to say it like that. That's what Chris Rock said on one of his series. Vegas. He was in Vegas. 843, you're live. 843.
What's going on, Lord?
Okay, you live, dog. What's good, man? What's good, man? What you got for the show?
I ain't gonna be before you long. Been a lot of good talk tonight, man. Them boys about to do the same thing that I just did to my daughter and play some lullabies for them.
This is what I love to hear.
But a lot of good stuff been said. I'm just gonna make a couple of points because one thing I notice is when conversations come up about them Cowboys, it's always two things. When's the last time you been to the Super Bowl, or when's the last time you been to the Super Bowl?
Right.
And then, are you going to make it to the playoffs? It's always losses, or did you make it to the Super Bowl?
Right.
When we winning is when you did anything in the playoffs. When we losing, when we winning, what was the last time you did something in the Super Bowl? When we losing, what you did in the playoffs?
Right.
The last time the Cowboys went to the Super Bowl, they was 12-4. We just lost 2 games, and everybody trying to put us under.
Right.
And there's a big difference between this loss. I like what they said. They shouldn't have moved still, for one.
Right.
But the team that showed up came out with the dub.
Facts.
But when you look at how they played, they didn't play their game. Regardless of who was on the field, they did not play their game. They looked tired. They weren't really executing as they should. Now let's compare that to week 1. Totally different team.
Oh, yeah.
They outplayed them Bucks the whole time. But everybody looked at this game and was like, yeah, it's over for them.
Facts.
For a team that wasn't even playing their game.
Oh, my God.
We have a winning team. And when we have a winning team, that's what we do. So I won't be surprised if they make it all the way to the Super Bowl. But they're going to do some damage. Because like it was said before, they don't like to lose. And to see what happened, watching them fans walk out, them boys, they got the team to be a dominating force. If they go up in any game and show out from front to finish, it could easily be a shutout.
No doubt, man. Man, you're right on the money with it, man. They just got to show up. The Dallas Cowboys got to show up. Whether it's the week 1, week 2, week 3. any week of the Cowboys, they show up versus the week that we had last week, we win it. I believe it, you know. But I appreciate you so much for calling in, fam. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Good call, man. Good call. All right. I don't know if this lady Jessica calling back, but we're gonna let you be the last caller of tonight. Then how about that, lady Jessica? Bless us with your words. Or you just hanging around? Is this lady Jessica?
Huh?
Oh, okay. You're live.
Yeah.
You're live.
It kept on feeling like I was fading out or you fading out or something. But, Law. Oh, I done lost my train of thought. Oh, my God.
We winning. That's what we doing. That's all we need, lady.
Yes.
We winning.
Yes, but I saw a comment in there, and nobody want to keep hearing them talk about when the last.
Oh, we lost you, lady. Lady, hello.
Super Bowl yet, but they're going, and they're going to win it.
Right.
Nobody wants to speak good things. Everybody wants to speak defeat. Okay, like I said, if you keep on talking that you're never going to be nothing or you're never going to do nothing and you don't try to prosper or go forth and do nothing to prosper yourself, you're not going to be nobody. You're not going to have anything. But the Dallas Cowboys is not that type of team.
Right. Oh, lady, you going in and out. But I really appreciate you. I appreciate you so much. It's going to happen. Thou shall decree a thing and it shall be established. Hey, I appreciate you, Lady Jessica. Thank you so much for calling in. You're always a real one. I really appreciate your words of encouragement and your words, your positive words that you put out there and you spit out there for the universe to hear. And it comes back and all of this good stuff. And we feel good with it. Yeah, Jake the Snake. Yeah, so we lost to the Cardinals one year, Jake the Snake. Jake Plummer, if you want to call him that. And then we lost to Jake the Home, the Holmes, the Home, and believe it or not, when we were looking for those quarterbacks to help us out, the Home was one of those guys on our practice squad, and we let him scoot off, and then he took that particular Carolina Panthers to the Super Bowl, and they ultimately, I think they lost to the Patriots, if my memory serves me correct, but it is what it is at this point, Cowboy Nation. That's spilled milk, and we just got to focus in on the Atlanta Falcons, and we will see what we can do, Cowboy Nation. Call now, Jonathan. Appreciate you, Jonathan. That's from my guy, Jay Lombardi. Appreciate everybody. The call lines are off, but shout out to you, Frederick. Thank you for calling in. Well, Frederick, long live the official Gucci Watts. Appreciate Gucci Watts. He will be at the event tomorrow, so come on out to Cowboys Experience. We're live on their Facebook page right now. Come on out, enjoy yourself. We will be talking Cowboys football tomorrow, as well as covering some of the Atlanta football conversations with Boss Cowboy and everyone else, man. So I can't wait to see y'all tomorrow. Let's continue to grind and shine, Cowboy Nation, as we wrap up. Be sure to hit that like button, share this content, and let a friend and a neighbor and a foe know where to go when they want to tune in to Cowboys Sports Talk and Beyond. Lance Bell, appreciate you. Cassie, appreciate you. East, is it Camden for life? Appreciate you, man. Jake the Home, yeah, he was the first, the homie, you know what I'm saying? But shout out to you, Rue Glock. Shout out to you, Ryan, father of twins. You got 2 sets of twins. That's my brother. But like I told him, it's not about getting to the big dance and losing, right? We don't want to get there to lose. We want to get there to win. And it's not about the bang, bang if you're not able to show that thing as it relates to the Lombardi Trophy. So I come here to tell you guys, we just got to wrap our minds together so we can formulate a win. And not just do this to pretend, Cowboy Nation. Y'all know how this thing goes, right? Y'all know how this thing goes. Stop the run, yeah, but we got to formulate a run. And we got to win the time of possession, Cowboy Nation. That is the main thing. And then when we get into the red zone opportunities, we got to punch it in for 6 points. And then have the kicker to come out to make the points. My point is, we got to be fluid with it. But I tell people to write this down all the time. And some of those who watching this channel for a long time, they already have it memorized. And it goes like this. If you want a thing bad enough to go out there and fight for it, to work day and night for it, to give up your time and your peace and your sleep for it. If all of your desires of it makes you quite mad enough that you don't get tired of it, and it makes you hold all other things tawdry and cheap for it, if life itself seems empty and useless without it, and all that you scheme and dream is about it, if you'll gladly go out there and sweat for it and fret for it and plan for it, and lose all terror of God or man for it, if you will simply, just simply, go after the thing you want with all of your capacity, strengthen scarcity with faith, hope, and confidence, and stern pertinacity. If neither cold, poverty, or famish, or fame, or sickness of body or brain can turn you away from the thing you want, if dogged and grim and besieged and beset it, Cowboy Nation, even when they try to knock you down, try to land on your back, because if you can look up, Cowboy Nation, guess what? You can get up, and we about to get up against those Atlanta Falcons. Let's figure this thing out. There's a W out there. We just got to go out there and get it. Right, Cowboy Nation. Somebody said I sound like Optimus Prime. Well, Autobots, transform into a W. Let's go, Cowboy Nation. Let's get up out of here, baby. Come on, I seen you over there. Bounce back, baby. Come on. Let's go. Let's roll with it. My name is Law Nation. Come see me tomorrow at Toyota
Nowadays, nothing really excites me. Only one of me and nobody's like me. Phone ringing and I tell him it's ice. I got wifey on baby. Ice. Freeze. Photo. Please. Photos. Jeez. No. Please. No photos. Hit the door and the domain just whole team here. Might need some. Still young, but I move like a new deal to my lawyer. If it down in my management, I'm just warming up a wait till I hope producers saw the numbers one. Different colors in my baggy light. Chalk it up. Talk of the time when you're talking up. Wanna get you a ring and you tough enough. Wanna get you new things in your pockets though. Run it up. I used to be quiet and out of luck. Now I move up and move humble cause the hate and the jealousy. My mama telling me count up your blessings and run it up. Nowadays nothing really excites me. Only one of me and nobody's like me. Phone ringing and I tell him it's ice. I got wifey on bling and she ice. Freeze. Photo. Please. No photos. Jeez. No. Please. No photos. I keep giving game away. I put game on layaway. I got paid to play today. I get paid to stay away. I get paid on rainy days. I might make it rain today. I got paid off pain today. Thought it'd take the pain away. In my own lane, finger roll. I would never sell my only soul. Heard your whole team was for sale. Heard it's on the market for the low. Who the realest, we might never know. All this acting, you gon' play a role. Give you the world when they sign you up. Try you out and then they line you up. Now you're looking hungry, ribs are touching, need some food. Now you're all on live like this, surprise, but you was food. Boy,
he needs some milk.
Now you're old news. Now you got the pen and pad, you're trying to take my moves. Nowadays, nothing really excites me.
Don't try to take our moves. Come on. See some fire emojis in the house. Let's sprinkle some of Mama's cooking. Come on. Shout out to Kwame Brown. Hey, yo. Come on.
I ran up a check, I might do it again.
It's a party, baby.
Had me thinking they're friends.
Turn up.
10 toes down,
let's go.
I'll be free until the end. Crib outside the city, I don't feel safe in my hands.
Y'all know how this thing goes. We live like 95, baby. Let's go. Yeah. Come on.
If I do it once, I do it again.
If you watching, hear me out, and you have not hit that like button.
I'm just doing me, everything is on me. Oh, you matter what? Add it up. Bankroll, euro, peso, add it up.
I'm gonna tell y'all this right quick. If you're not subscribed to Cowboys Experience and you watch that whole episode on Facebook,
back it up. Told you I'ma do me. Why you hating on me? It's not adding up. I do roll like a Mack truck. Country heart, I'm a
Cowboy Nation.
Go act up. Lot of scars, I was cold hearted. Now
I'm not afraid to tell people my vision. You know, I'm not afraid to tell people my goal in life. My goal and my vision right now is to get to 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. Let's wrap it up on Facebook to 50,000 subscribers. Let's get Cowboys Experience to 10,000 subscribers. Thou shalt decree a thing and it shall be established. I believe in that. I spoke all of this into existence. I said I would have a home-based studio, and it's into existence. I said my skin will be smooth like butter, and I spoke it into existence. So I come here to tell you guys, I'm speaking a lot of things into existence. I said I'm going to have some good teeth. It's into existence, baby. Hey, so I want you guys to help a brother out and get me up to 100,000 subscribers, baby. I know you guys can get me there. I know you guys can get me there. And on your way out, Cowboy Nation, be sure to hit that like button, share this thing. Let's continue to grind, to shine. And we will slow it down. Come on. Come on. Come on. Hey. Ho. Let's talk these Cowboys into the existence of winning 6 Super Bowls. Come on, y'all say, Cowboys quest for 6 is happening. Come on, let the universe shift it to that direction. Come on. Come on, baby. Yeah. Come on, baby. And you, let's go. Don't let the street lights hit you all alone. Don't let the street lights hit you. Quest for 6. Let me see that in the chat. Quest for 6. Quest for 6. Don't let the street lights hit you. Can I be your? Come on. Let's go, baby. Let me see if my credit's working now. Come on, credit. Come on. Work for your brother. Yeah, spoke it into the existence, baby. Yeah. Come on. Let me put some fire on that. Woo! It's blazing over here, baby. Yeah, yeah. Shout out to everybody who helped me get to this number right here. Thank all of those who contribute. Don't let the street lights hit you all alone. Come on. Appreciate the cash app. Shout out to you. Hey. Don't let the street lights hit you. Patrick, appreciate you. Take the fire away. Appreciate everybody who supported the nation. Jay Lombardi, J Rod, I see you. Let's go. If a paper crane can fly, then forever doesn't feel that far. Come on with it. Shout out to you, the People's Champ, Stelios, and Jay Versi, Jermetta, Ryan, Gloria, Jameson, Sir King Bishop. If a paper crane can fly, fly on, fly on, fly on, fly on, fly on. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best.
You have to be your biggest fan. And when things are really tough and they're really rough and nothing's working,
shout out to Cowboys.
Something inside of you that says,
our number one. That's a cold-blooded YouTube
because
name.
You don't know who you're going to
stay at home, ladies, and ride a cowboy. We out. Ho, oh, 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 oh. Yo. Good night. And good afternoon. And good morning. All of those things, depending on where you're from. Hey. Salute.